Hey everyone, it's the world's most inconsistent YouTuber, that would be me, Lisa, and welcome to my pear-shaped hell. So I've been tracking some of the messages I've been getting these last few months. They're like, oh my gosh, I just discovered your channel, I hope you post more videos soon. And it's been about like, what, 4 or 5 months? And yeah, there's reasons for that. There's just basically been a lot going on. That's typically how it is. I would love to do YouTube full time, all the time if I possibly could, but as you know, real world things come in and yeah, anyway, you don't really care about that. Like, let's just talk about what I'm here to talk about. And that would be my summer of weight loss. Yes, you guys remember in June when I was like posting like every single day, a new video was coming out. Everything was great. Y'all hated that I said Nicola Coughlin was not that fat. But yeah, so I worked out all summer. I dieted. I was really focusing on like losing lots of centimeters and to lose weight, especially around my hips and my thighs, because those were two problem areas where I just didn't seem to be losing weight, but I was losing weight on top. And I did lose weight. I can talk about how many centimeters I actually lost. And I tracked this weight loss from June to September, even though I basically stopped posting in July. And let's see, I was measuring weekly my waist, my hips, my thighs, and my upper arms. Just basically those 4 areas that people care a lot about. For my waist, I lost a total of 7 centimeters. That's like almost 3 inches. For my hips, I lost a total of 6 centimeters. And then for my thighs, 5 centimeters, basically only 2 inches over, let's see, June, July, August, September, 4 months. And then in my upper arms, I lost a total of 5 centimeters. It was kind of crazy to see that I lost the same amount of centimeters in my thighs as I did my upper arms, considering my thighs are tree trunks and my upper arms are, you know, I mean, they're large, but they're not nearly as large as my thighs. And I was not at all tracking my bust or my upper waist or anything like that. And then one day, in August, I discovered I went down an entire shirt size. I went from a 2X to a 1X. And this was crazy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, the weight loss is working. In an area I wasn't even trying to measure, I lost a bunch of weight. And I was really excited to get around to the end of September and see if I would go down a pant size. And I didn't. I really didn't at all. Since then, in October and so part of November, I've done mostly like just maintenance, just trying to really like hold on to those gains and kind of give my body a break. Not overeating, but you know, just kind of eating to maintenance. It's like a method that I use where I diet, maintain, just to kind of let my body adjust. But I also noticed I did not look proportioned anymore. And this is why I refer to it as the pear-shaped towel. Before I was an apple, and people don't want to be apple-shaped, especially if you're a girl. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that, you know, it's a really large belly and stuff like that, but I was never really a true apple shape because I did have, you know, kind of a large belly, but my thighs have always just been really big. And it was kind of interesting, like, looking at all these other women who apparently weighed the same amount as I did, but they looked technically smaller, and this was because their stomachs were larger and my thighs were bigger. So it was just very strange because I have like a lot less visceral fat, but I'm still the same amount of weight as these people. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, this is me in my pear-shaped picture. Here's a better looking version of the picture as well, of this exact same body size. It's just, you know, one's dressed up and one isn't. And I got really freaked out because I'm like, why am I not losing as much as I should in my thighs? And I've, you know, Googling it and looking it up, and a lot of things I kept with is like, well, that's just the way that women, you know, lose weight. They tend to lose on top and not so much on the bottom until like the very last thing. And I'm like, yeah, but it's extremely disproportionate to other women who are my size. That's the thing that's weird to me. Like, this is extremely pear-shaped. The thighs are extremely large, and at first some people were trying to tell me like, oh, you might have lipedema or something like that. No, it's not that. I really do not think it is, because I don't have like painful fatty deposits. It's just fat, you know. And it just comes down to the fact that my weight in general is extremely hormonal, and losing weight with hypothyroidism is a thing on its own. It's hard, but and then it's also hard to lose weight if you have PCOS, but the things together, oh my gosh, it makes it so freaking difficult to lose fat in the areas that you want to lose fat. And I've been on birth control for the last like 7.5 years, maybe 8 years. And I did that to manage my PCOS. If you've seen any of my PCOS videos, you will know that I could not hold a job without being on birth control because it was just that bad. The periods were that horrific. And I got to this point where I was taking the birth control for several years and it was fine. I was very regular. I wasn't having any major issues and I was losing weight. And I started this, low inflammation, pro-thyroid diet a couple of years ago. And I really feel like my body got to this point where the birth control was no longer as helpful as it was harmful to my weight loss. Yes, it definitely got me to a point where I could lose weight because it regulated my body enough where I could actually work out and eat right and all these things. But now it's like that excess, like those excess hormones in my body are keeping me from losing weight in the areas that I want to, because excess estrogen is the estrogen that puts the fat in your thighs and your hips. Like, that's why you gain it there. And I was like, you know what? I am not doing well. Another thing that happened with the estrogen is I was getting these really severe mood changes. So before I went on birth control, I was extremely all over the place mood-wise because my hormones were so out of balance with the PCOS. And so I went on the birth control and I stabilized and everything. And then the last, I would say, year, I started having those like really severe mood swings again. And I'm not talking about like, anger and outbursts, but I mean like I'm the happiest person in the world because I saw a pretty color on a tree. And then I'm the most depressed person in the world because I accidentally spilled a little bit of milk and now my life is over. It's like that. And then those things would just last a really, really, really long time. I could be like depressed for like a whole week. And another thing that caused depression, because this is part of the reason why I haven't been making videos, is pain. And I've talked about my pain before in other videos, but I started experiencing extreme pain around July. And this is really hard to explain because you think, oh, it's because you're working out a lot. No. The pain was like in my hands. It was like all in the joints in my hands for like no reason. And I would get it just a little bit in the knees, and that might have been working out. But the fact that it was so horrible in my hands that like the only thing I could do was like I could type, but I couldn't do anything else with my hands. It was hard to cook. It was hard to write, like longhand. And I was like, you know what? I just have a feeling that this is also hormonal. Like the hormones are causing some sort of inflammation because of the estrogen. And then, because when you take birth control, I wasn't taking continuous birth control. I was taking 3 weeks on, 1 week off. That's a standard. I noticed that week that I was off birth control was the week where I would have the really severe depression. Because it was like, and that's when the estrogen and the progesterone would drop so much. And I would just get so much pain, so much depression. It was terrible. And it hasn't been like that at all except for this last year. And it just got so bad over the summer and so bad over the fall that I decided to just finally go off birth control. And I've been off of it for about a month now. And I will say, even though I would think my baseline is a little bit less, like a little bit more depressed, I'm not having those extreme swings as much anymore. I mean, it still remains to be seen how it's going to even out over time. But I'm hopeful that it's working out. Fortunately, my skin is not doing terribly. Not that that was a reason I was on birth control, but it was a bonus before then with the PCOS. It was horrible. And recently I've been able to go back to the gym. Ever since getting off birth control, it's like, oh my gosh, I finally have this weird energy now. I can go to the gym. And so that's another benefit that I am experiencing at the moment. So why am I telling you all this? Other than to like tell you why I haven't been around, which this probably will happen again. I will disappear for a few months and come back on and make a whole bunch of videos and disappear again, come back and make a bunch of videos. I tend to work in spurts of energy and when I have time. It's just to kind of give you an update of this is what weight loss looks like when you have severe hormonal issues. I'm still losing weight. I'm still getting healthier. All these things are happening. It's just, it's not a downward slope, right? It's kind of like, it's steps. And I think we see so many people who are expecting to lose so much weight so quickly, and a lot of people can, but for a lot of people it's not sustainable. And this is kind of showing you, this is what the sustainability looks like when you have severe hormonal diseases. But yeah, I think the reason why the birth control stopped working is because, it sounds counterintuitive, is because I got so healthy. And it'd be very easy for me to say, oh, that 1 week that I'm doing terribly, I should just ask my doctor for continuous birth control and never have a week off. And that to me did not seem like a good idea, because even when the weeks I was on, I was having still breakthrough periods. And so it just didn't seem to be regulating me at all anymore. And I honestly do believe it's because I have less inflammation in my body. And I do believe that it's the inflammation that causes the PCOS. Like some people say it's insulin. I don't have insulin issues. So that for me, it can't be that. So I think it's actually inflammation. And it makes sense because inflammation can cause insulin resistance as well. Right? So why can't it also cause PCOS? Why can't the inflammation be the thing that causes both of those things? But yeah, so I still have more weight loss goals. This is a long shot. I'm really hoping that I will finally go down that other pant size because I'm on my way there. I'm like halfway through a 3X. I want to get to that 2X. And I'm hoping I can get there by April. So the end of April, because I'm going to a concert in Austin, Texas. I'm going to see Charlie XCX with Alex. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping I can go there. And I also want to go down, if I can, I'll have to remain in pear-shaped house some more, another shirt size. Because right now, like this is the 1X, right? Like this is a 1X shirt. It's cute. It's like, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I'm just hoping that, I can continue to lose weight and go down so I can wear this really sparkly jacket. Look at that. To the concert. I'm really excited. And that jacket is technically a 1X, but it doesn't have any stretch to it, so I almost need to be like a large to wear it properly. So I am hoping to go down one size, top and bottom. I mean, God forbid I go down another size on top and none on the bottom. And I'm like a large on top and a 3X on bottom. That's hell. That would be terrible. Yeah, so I'm hoping that it'll be consistent at least. I just, let me know if you have any questions about some things that I'm experiencing, because I mean, if you're going through the same things, let me know as well. I think it's something that we don't really talk about it enough because it's so hard to lose weight with hormonal issues that we just don't see it done enough to talk about it. If you're looking for like a timestamp on this video, it's December 7th, 2024. I forgot to say at the beginning, but anyways, that's basically it. I hope you guys are doing well. This is me. I got a few more videos coming out. I'm gonna film in like a second. I'm gonna just change my shirt because I want to wear all my different Christmas sweaters and sweatshirts while I can. And you guys, I'll see you later.